Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm working on pages for this little journal of mine. This will be my yearly journal where I will put in memories and writing for this year. So I started last night to put a few pages together. So this is textile, and then I have glued on some antique book pages, so we have a base. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. Just need to take my glue book. I have kind of lost under everything. So I hope you are all right, everybody. It's almost New Year now, so I guess this will be one of the last sessions I will have with you before it's 2024. Time flies. So an antique book page that I have watercolored will go on one side on this smaller page. I have different sizes on the pages in the journal, and some of them will peek out that are a bit bigger than the cover, but I like that. I will finally try to do a journal that isn't so neat, and that it will be different sizes and paper and thread peeking out. I love that look, but often I overdo everything, so it don't get that kind of sloppiness that I like. So I will try this time to actually get it as I want. At least try this time too. Not sewing everything, and make sure that everything is totally glued forever and ever. This is my own book, and I don't need to think so much about things should be secure for customers that have ordered the books or something like that. And these old ones, they are going to break, and we will have these pieces of paper that sticks out, and I hope that will be the kind I like. So this will be a pocket, and we need to cut it in two, so this will be 2 pages. So we will get 2 smaller pockets or tuck spots. So I'm just cutting it in the middle. So I think we will do tuck spots, so it's easier to get something inside. So let's glue it on 2 sides. And the same for this one. Me and Nico has been outside, and he has played with a plastic bottle and chased it all over the yard, and I have been shoveling snow. We got 3 3.5 inches yesterday again. So something like that, I think. And then we need some decoration on this side. I have a lot of small paper pieces that I have embossed and that we are going to use. And then a lot of photos, and but that will be the next step. For now I want some basic decoration, and then we will put in some more things on top of that. To do like that, so I can have a little bit of writing space around this. I might put gesso on it later. I haven't decided yet. Put a little bit more glue further in. And then we can actually put that on the other side. This is a copied old book page that I have copied on stronger paper so I can emboss it without it breaks. This will be cute to put on later. That one is done. Oops. For now. And then I did this one that I started yesterday. So we have writing space on this side and that decorated paper on this side. So I'm thinking that we maybe need to cover part of that so we can maybe some dotted pieces. These are printables with polka dots, and then I have embossed on top of that. So it has dots and embossed dots. It's a little bit white, so I'm putting a bit antique linen on it. Distress ink. That will work. So have you set any goals for 2024 that you would like to accomplish? I haven't really done that yet, but we always have our big goals that is in front of us, but then we need to add some smaller ones as we go, I think. can maybe put this one on top of that. I think so. But I think I will do some embroidery on that before I glue it down, so I will put it down with a paper clip so I know where to put it later. So hold that down too. So then this one. That was pretty fun. So we had a hole here. Can put that in like that. Just use up some scraps to write on. Putting a little bit off so that we can see that I have done a circle with the color. I think I will wait with the photos. This is my mother and my grandmother in actually in the room where I'm sitting right now. It was a kitchen in the old days, and now it's my craft room. My mother did live in this house before me, and she decided she wanted to use the kitchen downstairs. It was 2 apartments earlier. So my grandmother and grandfather lived upstairs, and my grandfather's brother lived downstairs. So when my mother took over the house, they were all gone, so she decided to move the kitchen and use the one that was downstairs, and she ripped out the cupboards and things like that in the kitchen where I'm sitting right now. I have more photos from the farm too, how it looked years ago when this was just a small house with just 1 floor, and now it's bigger. This is just an old book page that I have used for testing watercolors on. And when I saw it, it looks like flowers, so I thought I embossed it, and now I'm using it. See, it almost gave the embossed flowers some life. A cute idea. That way I could use it. So now we have a couple of writing spaces, and also on this page Here I have used some more embossed paper. I love the embossing. I forget it way too much, don't use it. So let's see. Have these roses that could be cute beside these ones. This is so light in color, so I think you can write on it with a black or a brown pen, so we can use it. It's had a white background, so I have printed it on a coffee dyed paper, so we got this little old feeling. Maybe we could actually do a pocket on of this piece. Let's give it some strength with a piece of textile. So we can give the upper part some textile where we open up the pocket all the time. See, now I'm overdoing it again, but it could be cute with some textile peeking out. Oh my. See, now this peeking out there, that could be cute, so maybe it wasn't such a bad idea at all anyway. I think it should have been this way. It doesn't matter. This is the page that we watercolored and did this stamping with marks that looks like there's been a coffee cup on it. So let's see, what more do we have? Maybe some color palettes. So, do you have any plans for New Year's Eve? Are you going to celebrate in some special way, or just stay at home? We are going to stay at home, so we are sure that Nico isn't hurt in any way from the fireworks. He's not afraid for the sounds, but if it's too heavy and too much, it can scare him anyway, so he will be afraid of it, and I don't want that. So we will be home and maybe look at some movie or something like that, so he don't hear so much. We can pull up the volume high and maybe look at some film where it's a lot of noise. I think it's awful for those that have dogs and horses and whatever animals that are afraid for the firework sounds. It's crazy that this is allowed still. Go outside and just make all these noises. We live near the forest, and I'm thinking about the wild animals too, and what can happen when they get scared and maybe abandon their kids or something like that. But I think we will eat something nice, something a bit more luxury that we don't eat every day. Maybe get some luxury takeaway and eat it at home instead of on a restaurant. The days goes by so fast, so I haven't really understood that it's time to decide. But we live in a small town, so I don't think it will be any problems to get some nice food. This is my great-grandmother, my grandmother's mother. So this is from the middle of 1800. And I actually have a stove like this, but not exactly this one, but I have still this kind of stove beside my electrical stove, so I can make fire and cook on it. And that's a good thing to have these days, when you never know what happened in the country. I need to make this look a little bit older, I think. This is an old invoice from the stash on my farm. And then I have put a snippet cluster on top of it and scanned it. So now it gets to be a writing space. It's so light, so you can write on top of it. I'm going to do the base kind of like this, and then I will have a few things left to decorate when I write in it, so I don't do everything now. I want to have a little bit of possibility to craft when I write in the journal too. Maybe put in some tickets if I have been on a trip, or movie coupon or something like that, a receipt from a restaurant. Or I like to save these things when I get to go somewhere. It's not so often, but when I do, I like to save these small memory pieces and put them in my journals. And this was the next page. This is the first page of the book, so it's been like this, and this was on the inside of the cover, and then you flip it up. Perfect to use this fragile book pages like this when I have textile, to give it some strength. And I don't need to be afraid that it's going to break. So it will be a lot of writing space in this one, as that's the purpose of it. Kind of document my life in 2024. So I'm actually going to use this. I get so many questions about how I use my journals and if I actually do that. So it depends. Sometimes I do journals just to enjoy them, to flip through them and look at beautiful papers, and they are tactile, so you can feel structures. Put in old photos on top of the decorations. So I have all sorts of journals. I like to have different kinds to pull out, and I have my watercolor journals, or sketchbooks as I call them, and I have photos for my nature interests. I have some nature journals where I write when the first birds is arriving in the spring, and if there is any day that is particularly rainy or the temperature is a bit off the ordinary. It's kind of fun to have and read. The next year. So you can compare the different years. So this is a copy of the inside of one of my old books. It's from 1883. So this was the name of the owner of the book. This was a copy. I think I have put the originals in one of my journals that I have sold. But I still have a copy that I can use. So that can be a little pocket. This is also a copy of one of my old books. And this is the old man that lived on my farm, or did build all the houses. This is his hymn book. He was a very religious man. I will put that as a little pocket on the other side. So I took a copy and then I shrunk it down. So I did this mini pieces so I can use them as pockets and decorations. Leave that for now. Just checking the time, 40 minutes, so we can continue a little bit more. Love this, it's a really old book, so you can really see the yellowish tones, and then I embossed it. So we can use it. Saving the other piece for something else. So, should we make a really big pocket from this? It's a bit fragile, so I want to put textile on the back of this embossed piece too. It's decorative and give it some more strength. we have the middle. So let's do a big side pocket from this. So I think I'm actually going to do a little kind of so that we can see that it's a pocket. It will peek out, but let me see the textile, so that's nice. Piece of old book page, watercolor stained. Putting this down as a background. Ripping off a little bit. I think we will leave it for now, so we can put in the decorations later. Yes. This one was already made. I did one extra for some journal earlier that I didn't use. So now I can actually do that. More did I have prepared? This one. It was almost done. I just need to do this while I remember it. It was so perfect for a pocket on this side. With the colors. So down it goes. A bit of strength on this one too. And a nice piece of textile that peeks up. Looks nice. I want the textile to peek out on the other side, so I'm just going to move the textile a little bit. Maybe we should just put some gesso on top of this, so we get some writing space, or maybe just put pockets and leave this so we can see it. I kind of liked it. maybe use some textile and put on it. So I think we'll leave that for now. So I have one more that I have prepared, so let's see if we can manage to do the back side of this. With something easy. Like that, so that the gold peeks out and we still have pocket and writing space. So I hope you have got some ideas tonight on how to make some pages to maybe be a bit different from the ordinary. So let's just use it up. Perfect. Didn't even need to struggle and think. Like that. Okay guys, I think we need to stop there. We are almost done an hour for now, so we will of course continue with this and look how many more we need, or if this is done for now. So thank you so much for being here. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, I would really appreciate that. That will help my channel to grow a little bit, so I have more time to do recordings like this. So let's continue, probably tomorrow, or I'm not sure if I have any time or if it will be the next year. So in case, I will wish you a happy new year, and I hope that you will follow me the next year also. So take care and enjoy, and happy new year.